In 2 weeks we'll know who the new Prime Minister is, and to know who that will be, we've been asking how you're going to vote, you and your neighbours, media companies, the parties themselves, private pollsters, phoning day and night. Today's Newspoll, published in The Australian, shows Labor ahead, two-party preferred, 52 to 48. If 2 people in 100, which is not a lot of people, change their minds in the next 2 weeks, it will be a dead heat and a live result. Yesterday, Tony Abbott in Brisbane officially launched the Liberal campaign. The boat people drifted back into his Conservative agenda, but he didn't tell us his tax policy, and we still don't know his River Murray policy. The South Australian Greens yesterday launched at the Festival Centre in its bid for a second senator from this state and the balance of power in the Senate. The Greens talked mental health and dental policy. Labor's launch is still a week away, so its policies are wrapped in a box. But people rarely change their vote in the last 2 weeks based on policy. The 2 in 100 will do so because they're changing their minds and the government on perception, not policy, whether they like Abbott or Gillard, and by watching Mark Latham make a fool of himself and of us on 60 Minutes. The highest rating current affairs show in Australia is covering politics by having a former opposition leader impersonate a journalist. Channel 9 knows that politics is theatre, and the parties know it too. The Galaxy, Nielsen and Newspolls aren't a policy barometer. If elections were policy, Liberal and Labor would give us their policy on tax and the Murray, mental health and dental waiting lists, instead of an ALP policy launch days from polling day. 2 in 100 will decide the election, and it's those 2, not you, that the parties are targeting in the next fortnight. You, of course, will vote on policy, not distracted by theatre. You will give your local candidates a ring and ask them about the Murray and tax and dental health. Of course you will.